guys? I'm Sharisse from Titan. Just like John, but it's really Sharisse now. So what's up? I wanted to come on here and say happy holidays to everybody. I know that me and John go back and forth a little bit about happy holidays or whatever it might be for the people that are out there. So me personally, it's Merry Christmas. But for all of you out there that do not celebrate Christmas or you guys have a different take on the holiday season, happy holidays to you guys. I just want to come on here and mention some of the holiday specials we have going on right now. Normally for a male panel, it's usually $200 and it checks everything. It checks your testosterone free and total, IGF-1 levels, growth hormone levels, estrogen, B12, prostate, kidneys, liver, the whole kit and caboodle. So we are doing a special on that for $130 and it's only till the end of the year. So I definitely want to make sure you guys get on this deal when you can because it's super important that you guys check your levels, obviously. For females, we're doing it for $200 when it's normally $300. So, I mean, you're saving $100. I mean, I don't know any other place that's doing it like that. I mean, if you guys know a place, let me know. But I don't personally. So, I mean, I want you guys to definitely take advantage of the deals that are going on right now. I know everybody always has 2019 goals and all this other fun stuff that they want to do for 2019, and then they fall off the bandwagon on January 20th. So, you know, it's not a 2019 thing. I know everybody's like, reach your 2019 goals. It should be like a year-round thing, you know? Like me personally, I feel like, just my personal story, I feel like, what's up, guys? Hi. I'll just wave at you guys. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. So anyways, me personally, I had to go on some progesterone for a while for my PCOS and stuff. And I feel like it made me fat. You know, I know you guys are like, oh my God, Sharisse, you're not fat. And I'm like, yeah, actually, I am. So, yeah, it did not make me feel good about myself. So everybody feels good in their own skin, right? So you might be, I don't know, maybe you're a female and you're 150 pounds and you're 5'10" and you feel good like that. That's your optimal goal, right? But it shouldn't just be a 2019 thing. That's my point. It should be like a year-round thing. We happen to live in Florida, so whether we want it to be year-round or not, it's year-round because it's hot and everybody's wearing minimal clothing. So anyways, I just wanted to come on here and say hi to you guys and say what's up. I know I never come on here because I'm always so busy doing something else or another. But yeah, I wanted to take the time to come on here and at least say hi to everybody. I never get to even come on here and say anything to anybody about anything. So, a little bit more about the events that we have coming up. New Year's Eve, we are going to be at Water. So I would love for you guys to come out there, and see us at Water. We're going to be there with Mario Lopez, and I think it'll be a really good event. Piper always puts on the best fireworks show ever. Okay. So I dare for someone to compete with Mr. Piper and Corey. But they do put on a really good show. And everybody likes fireworks and, you know, gets all teary and they want kisses at midnight, all that fun stuff. But anyways, this Saturday, is it Saturday or is it Friday? Saturday. It's Saturday. Okay. This Saturday we have the fashion show. It's XOXO put on by Mr. Ed and by Jason Skeldon, my favorite artist. But yeah, we have it going on this upcoming Saturday. It's at 8 o'clock. I want to say it's in Ybor. It's so hard for me to keep up with some of this stuff because I'm so busy all the time. John has to keep me posted. He wakes, when I get up in the morning, he tells me the rundown of everything that's going on. So he's the one that keeps me up to date on everything, even though I'm the one answering everybody's messages on Facebook and Instagram. So XOXO, that's a fashion show, high-end fashion show. It's going to be this weekend. John's coming on because he can't help himself.
Oh, no. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho.
So I want to just come on, say hello and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everybody. We normally don't get to get in together, so I want to make sure that we get a little bit of time here together to talk to you guys about some things. First, my beautiful wife covered the blood testing, talked about Christmas special. Make sure you guys take advantage of it. Another thing is we talked about, we did a video today about libido enhancers. So libido enhancers are key, right?
Yep.
I think everybody's relationship, now listen, physical love is one part of it, emotional and mental love is another part of it. So at that point,
let me just cut him off here. Sorry. So actually, we have been married together. We're going to call it for forever. But it's about 11 years in January.
Yikes.
Okay, that's forever, right? But okay, I'm gonna share this with the whole world because I am so proud of myself. Okay, we literally we make love every day Oh my goodness, girls, could you only imagine?
TMI.
But wait, hold on. I'm letting you guys know because listen, my Titan therapies keep me tight and keeps him tight. Okay, let's keep it real here, guys. Okay, I'm the realist. I'm gonna come in here. I'm not super non-PC. I'm like so far off the Richter scale. But anyways, I'm just being honest with you guys. Like, I mean, how else are you gonna keep a man? I mean, you got to do something, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
You got to do something, or they're gonna go and do something. I'm not saying every day, guys. I'm just saying. I mean, that might be overkill for some of you guys who've been married for a long time, but. You gotta keep them happy. You know what I mean? If not,
I think that works both ways. Ways. Definitely, I mean.
It's usually the female, though, that doesn't want to, like, get down.
Yeah, and I think that's because of hormones, too. I think it plays a big role.
We actually offer something for libido enhancers for females.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's right. We have a bunch of different therapies we can help. I mean, at least a couple. For males and females, we can help libido enhancement. Yeah. So we've got a couple different options.
They're called Wonder Woman's?
Wonder Woman's, yeah. Those atrocious.
Yeah.
I know there's a cream, but the creams, they're not really optimal.
Wonder Woman's are good because it's sildenafil, but in a lower dosage.
Yep.
And sildenafil, for those of you that don't know what sildenafil is, it's Viagra. But what it does, you're like, oh my god, well, I can't have an erection. Yeah, no, duh. Yeah. What it does is it rushes all the blood to that area, therefore makes that area a little bit more sensitive. Therefore, everything feels a little bit better.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I don't personally have to use it.
He's not allowed to use it, actually.
When I do use it, if you don't need to use it, it can rush too much blood to that area. And I guess you feel numb at that point. So
like the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah, you keep going and going and going, but eventually, you want to, come to the end. So at that point, that's kind of where, the negative side effect could be, I guess. But for a lot of people, or they want to use it, it works great. And putting that blood down to those lower extremities and increasing sensitivity for females especially. Yep. I know the doctors had a lot of success with our patients with using these therapies. So at that point, it's made a lot of couples happy and saved a lot of marriages and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. We've saved tons of marriages. What's up, Justin? What's up, guys? Hi, Megan. Hi, Felipe. What's up, Fritz? Eric, hi, guys. I don't get to see anybody, so it's nice to see people for once.
Hello, Brazil. What's up, Brazil? Wow, a lot of people on here. What's up, guys? Please share this. We're gonna Fat Finger Syndrome on Instagram. Sorry. Okay, guys.
That's Thanos.
Yes. In between this good talk. Guys, if you haven't checked it out, check out my new book. You guys are going to love it. Ultimate Health Bible, right?
My gosh, my husband's an author.
A published author. It's in Barnes & Nobles. It's on Kindle. It's on Amazon. Guys, get your proof of purchase. Send it in to me. I'll give you $50 free off your therapy. Off of one therapy or some free Titan gear. Whatever. Yeah, so you don't even have to be a patient. Get the book. You'll learn a lot of great things. It will help you in a lot of these areas that maybe you didn't know. Or, at that point, if you're just learning some things, this is going to give you a fast-paced education and some of the things that you're going to need to learn along this lifestyle.
Let's be real. You can always learn something new, right? And if you think you know everything, you don't.
No, that's when,
you don't.
You got to check yourself because nobody knows everything. You're learning everything.
I know almost everything. Oh, yeah. But not everything. At least I can admit it.
Listen to her. Everything, right?
I do. I know everything. Yeah.
She knows a lot of things, but everything is just a crazy amount. So please be educated. So this is a little bit of education behind the scenes of some of this stuff. Guys, I'm also going to be doing a summit speaking here in Tampa. So if you're here on the 15th of Tampa, I'll be doing that summit.
15th of
January 12th and 13th of 2019. I think I'm speaking on the 13th to be exact. The Conversion and Marketing Summit. I'm doing that with like Cody Mannix, Chris Cavallini, some other guys, Rudy. There's some other guys, some great speakers, some guys that have been from zero and definitely done some great things from there.
Some influencers.
Some influencers for sure, and definitely some hard workers along that bunch. So that's gonna be really, really cool. Another thing. So let's talk about some of the hormone replacement issues out there. So hormone replacement therapy should be done in one way, right? Personalized to that individual. Right. So
it shouldn't be like cookie cutter type of deal.
And definitely a medical professional licensed practitioner should be seeing patients. And
you mean I can't be like a workout like a
no. You can't
what do you mean?
You can't be a coach.
Be a personal trainer and read your blood results and then prescribe your stuff?
Yeah, so at that point, listen, there's people out there that have some good some knowledge on some of these things, but they're not licensed to be recommending medications for you and stuff like that. So just be educated on what you're doing if you're doing anything like that, or if people are telling you what you should be taking and not a medical doctor, especially if you're going to a clinic. Now, there's definitely behind-the-scenes stuff that always happens every day over the internet and stuff like that.
I don't know that.
But if you're going to a medical center or a medical clinic for that instance, you should make sure that a medical practitioner is doing it and they're giving the recommendations, going over your blood work, and making sure that your health is number one priority. So it's not about money. It should be about your health and how, you know, your quality of life is, because quality of life is everything, right?
Actually, yeah, on that note, I personally, I keep forgetting, am I 32 or 33? 32. Okay, fine, whatever. So yeah, I'm 32, okay? And I have had a hormonal imbalance since I was 16. So I was diagnosed with endometriosis, which that was awesome. And then obviously I went like this whole time until we opened up the clinic having like super, super, super high estrogen levels and not knowing, and having a laparoscopy done like every 2 to 3 years. Now that was also fun too. So we open the clinic, I get my blood tested done. I'm like, oh, this doesn't make any sense. Anyways, long story short, I get all the reports together, go back to my doctor, who is an OBGYN, that knows this stuff. Not really. But I take it all to him and I'm like, listen, like, what's going on here? With even the tissue you guys took out, it's like estrogen receptor positive. Like, this is being fueled by estrogen. Why would you not put me on an estrogen blocker? Breast cancer runs in my family. That doesn't even make any sense. Like, what are you guys doing? He's just not knowledgeable on it. Yeah. He just didn't know. And I'm just like, how do you not know? You're the gynecologist. You're the specialist in this stuff. He really didn't know. Yeah. So, honestly, it changed my life. Besides the fact of, like, how I actually looked in my midsection specifically, because I was always holding water and I could never get rid of my belly fat. Now, granted, I don't work out all the time. You don't have to tell anybody that. But I can't say it's my favorite thing to do. But when John drags me, I go. And but yeah, it's really helped a lot with the way that I look and the way that I feel. And I'm sure John over here can definitely vouch about how psychopathic I was with high estrogen levels. Like, one day I couldn't fit my sock on and I was like, I can't fit my sock on. It's the worst thing in the world. Oh my God, it's this sock. And he's like, what is your problem? Like, seriously? I'm like, dude, we're already married. You're stuck.
Emotionally unstable, guys. You don't want that.
Yeah, so if you feel like up and down, you're crying over Friskies commercials and you don't know why, or you're screaming at your man and he didn't even do anything, or, you know, you just don't feel right, I mean, you should get your hormones checked. And there's really not an age on that. Yeah. You should have them checked out and see what's going on, because you might be able to prevent something. Well,
we have different things that affect our hormones now that maybe that we didn't have years ago, like the chemicals in the air, toxins, the foods that we're eating.
I actually watched a documentary about the
changed. Right. Well, you're putting. I mean, don't think
and the
about
perfumes.
It. You know, you're born and raised like you see your mom and dad, right, put on deodorant, shave themselves, stuff like that. But you never really. I mean, if you really looked on the back of deodorant of kind of what the labels on there are, look at it. So look at your labels. Whatever you're intaking, put on your skin, whatever you put in your body.
Labels for deodorant.
So you look at labels for everything.
I know he looks at food labels.
So labels tell everything, or should tell everything, what's in there or what you're going to be intaking and stuff like that. And I like to be very consistent, or I actually know what I'm going to put in my body. Now, granted, when I go to a restaurant, I don't know exactly everything they're putting in my food. Hopefully not bad things. But, you know, as far as what I have control over, yes, I'm starting to look at it. You know,
that's probably why all these females are, I mean, have you guys noticed, like, 12-year-olds look like 18 now? Yeah, and when I was 12, I didn't look 18. I look like 9, okay? Yeah. So I was still running behind the wheel, so that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's got to be something in the air. And it's got to be like something evolving into something probably worse.
So, I mean, that's where hormones are at. And then you go into your doctor, let's say, right? And for a guy, go in there and say, hey, listen, doc, you know, I'm 37. I'm kind of tired. I don't feel like I used to. You know, the erections aren't good, you know, so my partner's kind of like, what's going on?
Seeing someone else.
I just feel down. I'm kind of, you know, just in a dark place. I'm up one day, down the next. And then usually those doctors, they prescribe like ED medication. They prescribe like an antidepressant. And that's kind of what you're stuck on. And then you're really in a rut, or you might be gaining more weight from those medications, or they could be affecting hormones in a different way. Can I give you
No, Justin, stop it right now, or I'm going to tell her what you said.
Yeah, so basically, you know, making sure these hormones are on point are very, very key. And they can be the root of a lot of these evils, like we talked about, like depression or ED. I talked to a 25-year-old the other day, and he told me basically he went to his doctor. He had the signs of low testosterone. The doctor wouldn't even blood test his testosterone levels.
Should at least look at it.
But the doctor would write him a prescription for Cialis.
Oh, Cialis.
So, the guy's like, I don't want Cialis to be able to give me erections. I want to be able to get the erections on myself. Now, if I wanted more performance, per se, now I might take the Cialis. But he's like, I don't want to have to depend on this, and I'm 25 years old. So at that point, he did blood check, and he did have low testosterone, clinically deficient low testosterone. So age is just a number, per se, and I put that on our story. And that, there's an older guy on there for him that means turn back the clock. But for some younger guys, they're stuck in this boat too with these hormone problems, and they need help too.
Yeah.
So at that point, if you need help, if you're having problems, quality of life, you're not feeling the same, you think you feel better, that's where we can come.
I mean, honestly, guys, really, sometimes you guys think you feel good until you actually feel good, and you're like, oh, damn, I could have felt like this the whole time.
Right.
So sometimes you think, it's almost like driving. John says like driving a car. Yeah. So it's like getting in I don't know, 2006.
Oh, okay.
And I'm riding it, down the highway at 85 because, I like to speed. And then I go into a 2018 car and I'm like, that old car, I'm like, man, I love my ride. This is my baby, right? This is Ghost Rider or whatever. And then I get into 2018, I'm like, I kind of like this. This is a little bit better. It just drives a little smoother and doesn't go bumpy on the road and the brakes don't squeak, So you just don't know until maybe because some of you guys are like, I feel fine, everything's good. Sometimes you don't know what good feels like because you haven't felt good yet. Yeah, if that makes any sense.
Most PCPs will only consider HRT levels are sub 300. Yeah, and now that's changed. So on LabCorp, it used to be 346 to 1197 as a reference range. Now it's 216 to 946. So they've actually decreased the highest level of that reference range on their blood test. Yeah. So it's a little bit different now. And the bottom end has lowered. So not only do you have to be lower, but you can't be higher too as well, or they're going to consider it out of range. So at that point...
I mean, at the end of the day, you don't just treat a blood test either. You're treating the patient, symptoms, what's going on with them, what came back on the blood test, and adding everything together and figuring out, okay, what's going to be best for this patient. But when I say we don't treat numbers, we treat patients. Yeah. When your number is 8 or 900 on a scale that goes to 8 or 900, it's looking pretty good for you.
Yeah.
So you probably don't need any testosterone, but we have some other things that'll help you. It's like, oh my God, what do you mean? You don't treat numbers. Well, I mean, numbers don't lie, okay?
Right.
But I mean, I'm talking about somebody that's coming back and they're not bolded in a deficient area. And they're like, you're within range. Every time you go and get a blood test done and you're going to your primary care, you go get a physical done. And they check your lipid panel, which is your cholesterol, thyroid panel, and your white blood cell count, CBC, your CMP. And they do a full workup on you. They're like, everything came back within normal range. Yeah, everything did come back within normal range. And with all those blood tests, they can come back within normal range, except for the TSH, because if it's at the higher end, you might be gaining some weight.
Right.
But they can come back in the normal range and everything's totally fine. But it doesn't work like that with hormones. Okay, for guys, they don't need as much estrogen. They need more testosterone. For girls, we don't need as much testosterone. We do need some estrogen. We don't need an abundance of it. Mm-hmm. And we need to have some balance with some progesterone in there as well. And our DHEA levels. We're so complicated.
It's an ecosystem, guys. Everything needs to be in harmonic balance. You'll hear that word from me a lot, harmonic balance. So that means everything is working optimally, not just one section or the other section is not going to work properly. Mm-hmm. Something's going to go wrong. Your body's trying to adapt to all these different things. So you can't confuse it because you're sending signals with these hormones, and it's directing the body to do what it's supposed to do. And when it starts getting jammed up, things start happening, and that's when you start getting negative effects.
Yeah.
So at that point, you should be aware, have somebody that's overseeing your regimens, know what they're talking about, have proven track records. So,
make sure that you're not taking testosterone without a blocker.
Yeah, blocker. So you're not getting shrinkage of the testicles using ATG.
Being mean to your wife or your girlfriend or your cat.
Making sure that you're on a balanced ride and not going on an up and down scale like a roller coaster.
You're all crazy.
You get the dips. And the way that you take your medications and the dosage on the regimen and the time period with your injections, if you're on testosterone replacement therapy, it makes a difference. Mm-hmm. So make sure you're getting optimal use out of it. So at that point, maybe the way you're taking it could be affecting the way that you're feeling too. So it's always good to get another opinion about that too as well.
100%. Yeah. I definitely think that I feel like, you know, like I've said this before too, like, you know, ophthalmologists are putting like HRT in their offices, and like dermatologists and neurologists and nephrologists and all the ologists are popping up with hormones in their clinic, and it's like, what are you guys doing? Like, I don't know. I don't understand it yet. I probably never will. But it's just, we really should make sure that whoever is taking care of you knows what they're doing.
Yeah,
it's
and they're
really
doing it for
important.
well. I mean, we've been doing it for 6 years. We've got tons of testimonials, tons of recommendations, Facebook, Google. You see our patients, so let's go to our Facebook page. You know, when we start our social media, it's organically growing pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole thing was I would just repost, like I control the social media. So I just repost like our patients' results, you know, things patients would say, you know, and kind of bring them into play. And like that was really what spoke the volume for us.
Yeah.
Was our patients. Word of mouth, referrals.
Can't
That
pay
was
for word
huge.
of mouth.
So if you guys are out there, please
Yeah.
leave us the good reviews. Please send the referrals to us. Have them use your name for a discount code. And we'll give you a stocking stuffer too as well. So that's huge. A stocking stuffer, yeah. So we are still going to give gifts this year, right? We won't have our Christmas shopping done till probably the end of tonight.
Not even.
Definitely not wrapped yet, all right? So that's a whole nother.
Yeah, we have a Secret Santa here tomorrow.
Ooh.
And we're supposed to be doing a gift exchange, so I better go figure that out
You know
at
what?
like Target or
We're
something.
going to, we'll probably go live for that. We'll probably videotape some of this stuff so you guys can get a closer look at the Titan family and the inside, the internal team.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
You know, interacting. You know,
Friday.
sort of what we don't do while we're working.
We're still working.
We'll still be working,
We're doing
but
that.
we're catering up. We're going to be here doing the Secret Santa. So it's going to be really cool. So be a part of it, part of the family. You're just reviewing and joining in, okay?
Yeah.
So I think that's enough. I think Sharisse is going to definitely want to get off this camera.
Yeah, I got lots of things to do.
All right, so she's going to go back to helping the patients out service with the team. And I'm out too. We appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. It's
Love
been
you
a
guys.
great year. We're having it in 2018, 2019. I want you guys to get ready.
Yep.
Strap on your boots because we're going to get to hiking and we going straight to the top of the mountain.
Yeehaw.
Mount Olympus is coming. We're coming, right? Like some true titans. We're going to be knocking at that door. And another thing is you know, I want to give a big appreciation and thanks to everybody out there. And this isn't a negative effect at all. To everybody that said we couldn't do it. People who didn't believe in us. People have left us. To all you guys, I appreciate you guys because you motivated us to push us in more ways than I could possibly think of.
Yeah.
But our supporters and family, you guys come first. So that was their 15 seconds. We love you guys. We'll talk about it no more. So we're going to see you guys Monday. We might go live tomorrow.
No, we're Friday for Secret Santa.
Oh, yeah, Friday.
1 o'clock.
Friday.
Eastern.
1 o'clock.
Eastern.
Secret Santa.
I don't live in California.
We'll see you guys there. Please join in. See what everybody gets. I don't know. I don't know who got me.
I do.
Oh,
I
so
got him.
so-
I know. Who
So it's
everybody
Secret
got.
Santa. So we're gonna get to see who gets. It's under $50. So it should be pretty cool. Yeah, join in. I'll give away some free Titan gear to you guys and join in too as well.
Maybe
All
get
right,
some
guys?
ticket. Bye.